You made a fine score on your driving test. How does it feel to have a license?
Well, it's going to be a little easier on Batman now that Robin can drive the Batmobile.
Let's stick to Dick Grayson for a moment. How would you like to drive this?
This? Me?
Since you got your driver's license on your birthday, I thought you deserved a little something special.
A little something? Gosh, Bruce, this is great.
Oh, this is great, Chief O'Hara. A very sizable check from millionaire Bruce Wayne for our police pension fund. Ha-ha! I must call him at once and thank him. Bonnie! Bonnie! What?
Riddle me this.
Good heavens, the Riddler!
Very good. Now, when is a jet stream like a daffodil?
A jet stream like a daffodil? Riddler! Riddler! He's gone. But what?
Barney told me we had trouble with cross lines all morning.
Then I'd better cross Riddler's line with Batman's quick.
The Riddler, back to puzzle and perplex the dynamic duo. Be sure to watch the next episode.
Gosh, Bruce, what's that?
It's a Bat Alert buzzer connected to the red phone, and the Bat Cave is in our other cars. Let's go. Remember, this is not the Batmobile.
Don't worry, Bruce. Highway safety is every citizen's prime responsibility.
Yes, Bonnie?
There's a Miss Circe out here to see you, Commissioner. Lorelei Circe.
Circe? Circe? Name doesn't ring a bell, but send her in. Miss Circe, what can I do for you?
It's what I can do for you, Commissioner, that really counts.
Will the siren succeed in the plan she has for Batman and Commissioner Gordon? Will her purring parlay pay off? Watch for the stunning surprise on the next episode.
Gordon Crichton should find the siren a model prisoner, Commissioner. If she doesn't open her mouth.
What in the world was that?
It's our newly developed criminal sensor bat indicator, Commissioner, which apparently suggests that Penguin has returned to the environs of Gotham City.
Lulu! Speak to me, Lulu!
Don't call me Lulu, Pengy. It's Senora Lola Lasagna now. Now, I'm not here in Gotham City to be bothered by you. I'm here to enter my prize-winning horse in the Wayne Foundation handicap.
We're gonna make a tidy bundle on that race, Lulu.
And not only Penguin, Commissioner, but some new female accomplice named Lola Lasagna.
Will Batman need more than luck with Penguin and Lola? Watch the next episode to find out.
Little dusty, Barbara?
Oh, hi, Daddy. I was just trying to spruce up the Egyptology section of the library, but the sands of time seem to have pretty well buried it.
Yeah.
I was going to call you at your office later, but then I just haven't had time.
I haven't been at the office. I've been at the races.
Races? The police commissioner?
All in the line of duty, Barbara, and it paid off. Penguin and a female cohort tried to fix the Bruce Wayne handicap, but we fixed them. So, to celebrate, I thought I would take my favorite librarian out on the town tonight.
Your favorite librarian would love it. Just let me freshen up a little bit.
What's the matter? King Tut!
I didn't expect to turn up a pharaoh in here. Where did he go?
Well, you can never tell about King Tut, my dear, but I'd better alert Batman.
You mean a real arch-criminal has turned up here in the library?
Well, part of him anyway. He's a split personality, a modern-day Yale professor some of the time.
And the rest of the time?
A reincarnated Egyptian despot. Old as the pyramids, wise as the Sphinx.
Oh, he sounds fascinating.
No, darling, not fascinating. He is fiendishly evil. The most dangerous kind of fraud. I'd better get word to the dynamic duo.
So, King Tut has returned, but for what evil purpose? With what nefarious scheme? And what is he doing in this library? Watch the next episode for the awesome answer.
I'm afraid it'll be a long siege of analysis before you realize who you actually are.
I've lived 1,000 years, so I'll live another 1,000.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi.
Hello, Bruce.
Good to see you again, Barbara. I wonder if we could continue that date we interrupted this weekend.
Yeah, you mean you actually had a date with this socialite lump?
Yes, why?
Because he's so deadly dull.
Deadly dull, that's what it is. Just deadly dull in Gotham City.
What did I say? Deadly dull.
Yes. What? You don't say. You don't say. You don't say.
Who was it?
He didn't say what his name was, that is, but it was the patrolman at the corner of Platt and Green Street. And you just saw that notorious gangster Louie the Lilac drive by in his flower mobile.
Well, that's my cue to leave.
Yeah! That's what I said! He's gonna go straight to the Batcave and put on that corny blue outfit.
Actually, I had something more mundane in mind, King Tut. I've had so much crime in the last 2 days, I don't care if I ever see it again. Goodbye, Barbara.
Bye.
Commissioner Gordon?
Bye, Bruce. Nice young man, isn't he?
Making me sick.
Bruce Wayne's nice enough, Daddy, but he's certainly no Batman.
You want to wager a sphinx or two? Commissioner, weren't you gonna call somebody?
Was I? Batman!
I calmed down the flower children and they've gone, Batman. And the police have taken Lila away. I said we'd bring in Louie the Lilac. Holy hoofbeats!
Exactly, Robin. And if I'm not mistaken, a band of Bessarabian Cossacks just rode by.
Olga, wait for me, Olga! Come on, excuse. Darling, hurry up, we don't have all day. Oh, Olga. Come on! Olga, wait for me. Wait.
Egghead? What do you suppose he's doing back in Gotham City? And that woman, she looked like a real tartan princess.
I predict that Batman and Robin will soon be getting a call on the red telephone. But first, let's rescue Louie the Lilac from those clinging vines.
Be sure to watch the next episode for what Egghead and a Tartar princess named Olga have in store for the Cape Crusaders.
You know who was inside that Neosaurus egg? Batman.
He sure turns up in some weird places.
But how did you know this?
Well, you can't keep a thing like that a secret, Bruce. The whole town's talking about the Cape Crusaders' latest coup.
But how could Batman have gotten in a Neosaurus egg?
Apparently he hatched his own little plot, Chief O'Hara.
Daddy. Pardon me. Do have some more of my birthday cake.
Good.
Hello? Skip Parker.
I'm out at Gotham Point, Barbara. It looks like the surf's really gonna be up in the morning. Is there any chance of joining me?
Oh, I'd love to, and I don't have to be at work at the library till noon.
Good. We can catch some really wild combers out here.
Great. Bye.
But what else is up at Gotham Point besides the surf? What else is wild besides the combers? Not that heartless hodad, the Joker.
Trouble, Joker? Oh, none, Riptide. With the aid of this little two-way hot dog transmitter, I shall shortly be king of the surf at Gotham Point.
Will he? Will this green-haired gremlin take over the world of surfing? Or will he wind up in the soup? There's only one way to find out. Watch the next episode.
All's well that ends well. Skip Parker's as good as new.
And that transferometer gizmo only succeeded in transferring Joker back behind bars again.
So I think these two crime fighters better call it a day.
Let's call it a week, Batman, and really get some sleep.
Agreed, old chum. So if you have no further use for us, Commissioner.
Not at the moment, thank heavens. Run along, get a well-needed and much-deserved rest.
But just how much rest do the dynamic duo have coming? For what startling new crime wave has already begun across the sea from Gotham City? Who are these two new conspirators? Batman and Robin haven't the foggiest notion, but they'll travel 3,000 miles to tangle with these treacherous twigs of aristocracy and wind up on the maddest manhunt of all time in that great metropolis of the old world, Londinium. Don't become fog-bound. Watch the next episode. Cheerio.
Yes, sir. We all know how important international relations are, and I'm glad we were able to help in our small way. How's your grandson? He is extraordinary. He is incredible. He is amazing. 1 second, sir. He's right here.
This is Batman, sir. A weekend in Texas, sir? With a barbecue, sir? And bring the Batmobile, sir? That's a great honor, sir, but I wonder, could Robin and I take a rain check, sir, sometime around Easter? Oh, of course, sir. I'm sorry, I completely forgot. Yes, that's convention time. But thank you for calling, sir.
How could you turn down an invitation like that, Batman?
Well, I'm sure he has plenty of problems right now without trying to entertain average citizens such as Robin and I. No, we'll just hole up here in Gotham City.
Yes, Bonnie?
I'm sorry to bother you, Commissioner, but some very feline character just breezed in here.
Hold it, Bonnie. Say that again, will you, please?
Some very feline character just breezed in here and stole all the policewomen's new mini uniforms you were to approve.
Some feline character. Could it be Catwoman back again?
Let's take a look.
The Cape Crusaders will try to head her off, Bonnie.
Just 1 minute, Catwoman.
The nerve of her! Invading police headquarters.
Yes, Robin. Gotham City may be in for some cataclysmic catastrophes.
And how right Batman is. How catastrophic are the days and nights to come, as you will see in the next episode.
You know what this is, Batman? The Royal Order of the Belgravian Garter.
5 decorations, 1 for each of us.
For finding Her Majesty's golden fleece and returning it to her.
And for finding Her Majesty, locked up in a closet off that throne room she was. And it's a lucky thing that we discovered her, too. There are enough international crises running around without us starting one with Belgravia.
Yes, Bonnie?
I thought you should turn on your television set, Commissioner. Our roving live TV unit has picked up something shocking, happening right now in Gotham City.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Holy homecoming! Egghead and Olga.
Queen of the Bessarabian Cossacks.
No doubt back to bother, badger, and bewilder Gotham City once more.
Egghead, Olga, and her Bessarabian Cossacks are back with another assortment of devilish plots, all happening here in our next episode.
It's lucky you had me surround that building once more, Batman. Olga and Egghead ran right into the paddy wagon again, only this time they didn't want to.
Forewarned is forearmed, Chief O'Hara.
That's true, Batman. And I'm sure they won't find caviar on the menu at Gotham State Prison.
Probably not, but they will get a well-balanced diet thanks to Warden Crichton's emphasis on proper nutrition.
What is it, Barbara?
I just saw the strangest looking car outside. It was sort of greenish gold and had what looked like whiskers on its front fenders.
A car with whiskers? Sounds like Catwoman's kitty car to me, Batman.
Catwoman was driving it. And if I'm not mistaken, that arch criminal, the Joker, was a passenger.
Holy, here we go again, Batman.
I'm afraid you're right, old chum. If Catwoman and Joker have joined forces, it sounds like there's trouble right here in Gotham City.
And how right he is. Trouble in a green fright wig. Trouble in a car with whiskers. More trouble than the Caped Crusaders have ever known. Coming up on our next episode.
At least we met some very interesting characters. Little Louie Groovy, Carnaby Cats, Mr. and Mrs. Keeper.
Don't forget Lucky Pierre.
Yeah.
Yes. If he hadn't gone so wrong, he might have had a fine career in politics. Won a gubernatorial race, the White House even.
I guess it just wasn't in the books.
Speaking of books, I promised I'd call my daughter at the library.
Oh.
Bonnie.
While at the library...
Louie the Lilac. What are you doing here? What are you doing with that boutonniere? I remember the time you stunned my friend Princess Primrose with an invisible knockout spray.
This is not an invisible knockout spray, Miss Gordon. It is essence of lilacs. A scent which I intend to corner the perfume market of Gotham City. I thought that the police commissioner's daughter should be my first recipient.
Gotham Public Library. Oh, Daddy, am I glad you called. You'll never guess who was just in here.
Louie the Lilac. Back in Gotham City?
And Louie the Lilac is indeed back in Gotham City and planning much more than just cornering the perfume market, as you'll see in our next episode.
Well, another canny, colorful crook is in the clink.
And that tuckered-out police commissioner is going to breathe much easier on his West Cape cruise.
West Cape cruise?
I think I've earned myself a little vacation, Bruce. And the department's in good hands with Chief O'Hara at the helm.
When do you leave, Commissioner?
The end of the week. Why?
It's just that...
Well, you two look as though I were committing some sort of criminal act by taking a vacation.
Well, as I was saying, Commissioner, Gotham City is planning a civic luncheon in your honor next week.
My honor?
It was supposed to be a surprise.
But now the cat's out of the bag.
Well, there goes the West Cape cruise. I'm deeply touched. And just between the four of us, I'll certainly try to act surprised at this surprise luncheon.
Commissioner Gordon won't have to act surprised at the affair in his honor. He's going to get the surprise of his life from that dauntless champion of women's rights, Miss Nora Clavicle.
He certainly is. Especially when he discovers he's ex-police Commissioner Gordon.
Well, with Nora Clavicord behind bars...
Chief O'Hara, that's clavicle.
Oh. Well, a rose by any other name, Commissioner. And what a rose she was, with Mrs. Linseed under her thumb and all those exploding mice under her feet.
Yes, at least she didn't pull it off, thanks to Batman, Robin, and Batgirl.
Do you think we'll have a breather now, Commissioner?
Oh, unless we get some disturbing phone call, Chief O'Hara. Commissioner Gordon. Penguin?
Just let me ask you one thing, Commissioner. Did you ever hear of the lethal Ligerian fruit fly?
And Commissioner Gordon certainly will hear of lethal Ligerian fruit flies, and so shall we all, when Penguin pulls his insidious insect antic in our next episode.
It was very nice of each of you to drop by separately and unannounced.
Well, I was in the neighborhood, Barbara, and I thought you might buy me a cup of coffee.
Oh, make that 2 cups, Barbara. I just got tired being at the office.
I don't blame you, Daddy. I'm amazed your office does everything it manages to do. Foiling Penguin and his tainted money scheme and ridding Gotham City of those deadly Ligurian fruit flies.
Oh, but as usual, Barbara, the majority of credit goes to Batman and Robin.
And don't forget to mention Batgirl, Commissioner.
Yes, yes, a remarkable young woman. I wonder who in the world she really is.
Hello? Yes, Bonnie, he's right here. Daddy?
What is it, Bonnie? Warden Crichton on the other phone, yes. Calling about 2 women who keep visiting shame at Gotham State Prison? Calamity Jan and Frontier Fanny? Staying somewhere in Gotham City. Tell the warden I'll look into it at once.
But little does Commissioner Gordon know what he's about to see, or what trouble that double-dealing desperado Shame is hatching right now with Calamity Jan and Frontier Fanny in the prison visiting room, and which will explode before everyone's eyes on our next episode.
You were magnificent, Batman. That was some shootout on that deserted street.
Some shootout without guns, Commissioner.
Shame had a gun, and the way you flicked it out of his hand was brilliant.
It reminded me of that great old movie, Low Midnight or something.
It's all in the day's crime fighting. Have you heard from Warden Crichton, Commissioner?
Well, Shame is back pitching horseshoes in the prison yard, but this time rubber horseshoes.
And Calamity Jan and Frontier Fanny are on police detail.
Police detail?
Well, policing up the cells in the women's cell block, that is.
At last, maybe things will get back to normal around here.
Normal, Chief O'Hara? With that famed Yale professor of Egyptology back in his King Tut alter ego, escaping from a Gotham City prison psychiatrist's couch to begin another cunning caper calculated to confound our terrific trio? Watch the next episode to see just how normal things are not going to be in Gotham City.
Thank you, sir, for calling. That was the president of Yale University, Chief O'Hara. Our eminent professor of Egyptology has completely returned to normal.
Let's hope his ego has returned to the altar in ancient Egypt.
Daddy, have you heard the latest rumors? All of Gotham City is buzzing about an imminent invasion of flying saucers.
Well, no. Gotham City is usually buzzing about something, Barbara.
But let's take a look anyway, Commissioner.
All right. Let me have those. Well, now, let's see. All I can see is sky, clouds, and a few birds. Let's see what you can find, Chief.
Well, there's a blimp trailing some joker's used car advertisements.
Look again. In this flying saucer, the Joker is planning an incredible invasion of Gotham City.
As soon as the range sweep radar scanner picks up the tracking pulsar amplifier, we'll spin back into the substratosphere, where I will issue my demands that will have not only all of Gotham City, but the world at my feet.
Well, at least the Joker's Martian invasion has been grounded.
For 5 to 10 years, I would imagine. Yes, Commissioner. Spiffany's jewelry store? What do these window shoppers look like?
What do they look like? Who could possibly describe Dr. Cassandra and her husband Kabbalah eyeing the priceless mope diamond hungrily and then disappearing? No wonder all of Gotham City startled, as you are bound to be in our next episode.
Commissioner, you don't suppose Dr. Cassandra and Kabbalah could pop their way out of Gotham State Prison?
Not the way Warden Crichton pops them in, Chief O'Hara.
But if she manages to smuggle one of her camouflage pills?
The prison matron isn't named Mrs. Frisk, for nothing, Chief O'Hara. Besides, the warden had special polka dot cells painted for them. They won't blend into that background. Say, my, this is certainly a fancy spa.
What did I tell you, Commissioner? Oh, will you try one of Minerva's eggplant jelly vitamin scalp massages?
Eggplant jelly?
That's right, boys. Just register. Check your valuables. And after treatment in my mineral spa, you'll feel like a new man. I certainly feel like a new man.
Commissioner Gordon and Chief O'Hara will indeed feel like new men after a treatment in Minerva's Mineral Spa. For Minerva's treatment has many surprises. One, a startling device for relieving Gotham City's millionaires of all their millions, as you will see in our next episode.